Hallo und herzlich willkommen zur neuen Folge von Lost in Random. Wir haben letztes Mal die Prüfung mit roten Faden gemacht, ihr den Brief gegeben. Ist dann, nee, ist nicht zum Geld. Okay. Aber dafür da. Wir gehen jetzt an. Erstmal mit denen reden. Hast du schon mal einen Geist gesehen, Kleine? Ja, man könnte sagen, ich bin eine Expertin. Eine Expertin sind wir nicht, aber einen Geist haben wir schon mal gesehen. Deswegen sind wir eigentlich unterwegs. Vielleicht.
Invasive? Oh, I like that. Reminds me of ghosts, whose stories I hasten to add I collect. So, tell me the story of this ghost.
Meine Schwester, ich glaube, ich habe sie gesehen oder ihren Geist, aber sie lebt. Eine seltsame Gestalt. Sie hat mich auf eine Reise geführt, aber ich habe sie länger nicht gesehen.
Chilling. Oh, what happened to the ghost? Why did it disappear? Who was it? Who am I? What are we all even doing here? I love it. Boy, listen. You come across any other spooky stories, you let me know. Or if I had 3 new stories, I'd have enough material for a new ghost tour. Ancient spirits that come out of your head to fight in battles? Right. Not bad, little fella, but come on. I want real ghost stories, not fantasies. Oh, I can pay too. I'll pay a child for ghost stories. Don't even act like I won't.
Aha, Geistergeschichten.
Heard any good ghost stories lately?
Ich habe von einer Wahrsagerin gehört. Ich habe von 2 Kindern gehört. Ich habe von einer alten Würfelspielerin gehört.
Wow. Oh, the soothsayers are treasure troves of spooky stories and ancient knowledge. If you could ever get them to talk to you. So, let's hear it.
Es geht um Oma. Es geht um meine Mutter. Es geht um eine alte Legende.
Ooh, I already like where this is going. And?
Um ihren Tod, um ihr Verschwinden über jemanden, der immer noch auf die Erde verwandelt.
Classic, classic! Oh, and so mysterious. Who is she? Is she still here? What keeps her here? What does she want from us? Why, it's got tragedy, romance, mystery. I love it. Thank you, kid. Heard any good ghost stories lately?
Da geht richtig ein ab, ne? Wenn da eine Geistergeschichte gehört, oder?
Go on. Children are both more likely to see a ghost and more likely to be completely terrified by their encounter. I can't wait.
Es geht um diese Ente. Es geht um ein Baby. Es geht um eine zusammengehangene Erzählung.
Oh, I see. And?
Sie blieb in einem Loch stecken und schrie. Es wurde zu essen verarbeitet. Es wurde zu Essen verarbeitet, aber vielleicht auch nicht. Und darum, dass das Traurigste, was ein Kind sich vorstellen kann, gar nicht so traurig ist.
Did they, you know, die at the end and become a ghost?
Ja, absolut. Das ist Interpretationssache.
Huh. Well, that is technically a ghost story then, and, well, I'll say thanks, but I don't want to. You see, that ghost story is as disappointing as it is not spooky. Which is to say, it is extremely both those things. Oh, keep trying, though. Heard any good ghost stories lately? An ancient class of warriors. Tell me more.
Es geht um ein ein Bedauern, das nicht vorgehen konnte. Es geht um eine Entscheidung, die ein ganzes Leben beeinträchtigte. Es geht um eine Beziehung, die mit einem Fehler endete.
Is there a ghost in it?
Nur der Geist der Freundschaft. Das wäre das Ende einer kostbaren Beziehung. Das wäre das Ende von der Hoffnung.
Interesting. Fascinating. Not a physical ghost, but a ghost of tomorrow. Of all your regrets haunting you better than even a dozen ghosts could. Yes! By the makers, that's terrifying. A life of sleepless nights, regretting one single mistake. I love it. Heard any good ghost stories lately?
Nein, das war alles.
Oh, listen. You come across any other spooky stories, you let me know.
Ja, ich lass es wissen, wenn ich noch mehr Geistergeschichten habe. Aber egal, wir wollen zu der näheren. Was war eigentlich der?
You can't just stand here. Don't you know there's a war going on?
Krieg?
The war for Forward. The Queen's tearing it to pieces.
Aber ich habe... Warum ist sie voll am Zittern? Alter, leck fest. Sie leckt einfach. Sie hat irgendwie gerade, glaube ich, einen Delay, Alter. Aber ich habe gehört, das war vor langer Zeit. Der Krieg ist vorbei. Dieser Krieg ist vorbei, Mister. Wachen Sie auf. Sie haben verloren. Sie alle anderen hier.
Heh. You're an agent for the Queen, aren't you? You won't get any intel out of me. Now scram!
Jetzt verschwinde. Was ist, wenn ich andersrum rede mit ihm?
Back again, huh?
Der Krieg ist vorbei, tu nicht so, als wäre noch Krieg. Sieh mal, ich brauche Geistergeschichten und du siehst so aus, als hättest du schon ein paar Geister gesehen.
Oh, I have. My friend Booza. She got in the way of the Queen's search back at the start of the war. Oh, I don't know what she was looking for, but she was like a woman possessed. Boozer didn't do nothing but be in the wrong place at the wrong time. That was it. Dunzo. Still hear her wails at night sometime.
Das ist schrecklich, aber du musst sie gehen lassen. Das ist schrecklich.
Hear her in the night, I do. Wailing, but not in pain, but confusion. Like she doesn't know she's dead, but can't figure out why she's not living anymore. Only ever heard her say words once. Got a glimpse of herself in the water. I don't deserve to be hated, she whispered, clear as day. And she went back to wailing.
Tut mir leid. Das ist schrecklich. Ich werde auch von einem Geist verfolgt.
That's war, kid. Now run along before you catch a bullet.
Warte, wo war der Kerl mit seinen Geistergeschichten? Da, oder? Ja.
All bets are off when you've got a
Heard any good ghost stories lately? Oh, war. The source of many, many ghosts. Both dead and living.
Es geht um seinen Freund. Es geht um seine Frau namens Porza. Es geht um die Unschuld.
Oh, I smell tragedy. A thing I've learned sometimes even more memorable than even the finest victory. What else is it about?
Es geht darum, wie sie von der Königin ermordet wurde. Es geht darum, dass wir manchmal keine Kontrolle über unser Leben haben. Es geht darum, wie alles Gute verloren ging.
Oh, sounds sad and unfair and very, very spooky. Oh, I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight. Thank you, kid.
Also ich habe dir 3 Geistergeschichten gegeben.
So it is, so it is. And honestly, I was expecting more of like, you know, vengeful, horrific stories. And what you've told me are just, well, kind of sad or moving or stories that remind us there are things we may never understand. And like all stories, there's a joy in telling them. A joy in being alive and being reminded of that. Thanks, kiddo.
Oh. Gut, wo ging es nochmal zum... Nee. Nochmal klein Viertelplatz.
Here, mate, let's trade cards. Sometimes I feel like it's my sole purpose in life.
I've never been to the Soothsayer District. People disappear in there.
Ah,
They bliss with powers they shouldn't.
Glückskreuzung. Da lang.
don't even know what you're walking into, do you? You have no idea.
Ah, you've returned, young one. How does fate find you today?
Ich habe alle deine 3 Fäden.
Let me see, young one. Ah, the purple thread from your enemy. You have a dice, and you have to decide what you'll do with that power. And you saved someone who'd done you harm, didn't you? Oh, it seems to me, at least in that moment, you thought everyone might deserve a second chance. And this blue thread from the true friends. Not a happy story there, with a friendship and a dice both dead. But there's some joy in it too, isn't there? The old dice wielder made peace with his past, and in doing so found a new motivation for the present. And this red thread from the woman in love. One can never fully depend on someone for one's own happiness. Isn't that true? We can't lose ourselves in someone else. We have to be our own people, no matter how much we idolize someone. Well, enough of that. Let's see what happens when these threads combine. Ooh. Ah, look at that. How beautiful it is when the weave comes together. You're a long way from one town, young one. You are lost, but you haven't realized yet that your story goes on whether you care or not.
Look, I'm glad you like your rug, but I'm really just looking for someone named Uma.
If you are so certain that is what you want, look here. Closer.
But it's just a rug. I don't see anything.
Sometimes, to see things as they truly are, we must look within.
Erkunde die Bomben. Oder Katakomben. Katakomben, ja. Aber das ist doch irgendwie...
Long ago, in the land of Random, there was a wonderful witch and a terrible queen. And everyone had a dice with which they could control their destinies. The witch, with her magical dots, gave every dice tremendous power. It was chaotic, but fair. Horrible, but beautiful. It was life. But sometimes there were disasters. One day, a new queen came to power, and she decreed her dice should be the only one. The queen hunted down all the dice in Random, tearing them from their wielders. It was a war, and she won. but still she was not satisfied. She turned against the witch. So desperate was this queen to find and control the secret valley from which all dice came. The queen destroyed Forberg, searching for her, but the wonderful witch was clever, and she escaped to her dice's valley, shrouding her way behind her. To this day, the witch stays hidden, and the queen searches for any sign of her, for they both know she will one day return and help the dice wielders do the same.
So, aber ich würde sagen, zu den Ausrufezeichen gehen wir erst in der nächsten Folge rein. Damit sage ich vielen herzlichen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Haut rein. Ciao.